Good morning, afternoon or evening. Today I'm looking at a replay of a match I had with Napoleon the Platypus, just Platypus in game, against two players. I believe they're Polish, but I'm not 100% sure. And it's a pretty intense match, with some interesting strategies being played. Quite a nice map. Me being on an island, my only access here. Blue is here. Yellow here, and Platypus is here. We're in a corner a little bit there. But we've all got access to fish, and we're just pinging resources and trying to figure out the orientation of the map. In this video I'll be doing a giveaway for a country code of war selection. To enter, just comment on the video and put your Discord tag in, after your comment. I'll post what countries I have in the comments. So you can see here, at almost 9 minutes is the first attack. Both the enemies sent all of their warriors to Platypus's base. At this point, I'm not sure where my slingers are. I think they're still being produced, as we didn't expect much of an attack. Which is unfortunately what happened. Quite a large attack on Platypus's base. So he uses his workers to attack, unfortunately losing a lot of them. Sorry, to defend. He loses a lot of workers defending. And you can see that's my economy, and Platypus's economy is similar on wood, but he's got no food. Here's my slingers, a little bit too late though. But at least the next attack won't be as bad, hopefully. So that attack managed to kill off about half Platypus's workers. Starting off a long game of pain for Platypus. And here is the next attack. My slingers this time are able to block the entrance with Platypus's units as well, so getting into his base was basically impossible. Although they do have hand rams, which means my wall, which is protecting my completely unprotected base from invasion, could get attacked here. As you can see, they do send their units over here, but they keep their hand rams somewhere else. I'm not actually sure where the hand rams went. Yeah, they were pulled back as the spearmen tried to destroy my gate, which they would have if I didn't know how to repair. Which, unfortunately for them, I do. You can see they do have some damage, and then I just send 2 workers over. Cost me like 50 wood, or 100 wood, and then I'm fine. But you can see the next attacks here. They draw our armies out. So with this army, what they should have done is gone straight in and attacked his workers, but instead they try to go after my archers. With me getting to Eastern Europe, our enemies are still Iron Age. With this enemy still Bronze Age, I think. Is that Bronze Age? Hold on. Yep, he's still Bronze Age. So a big attack now would probably have killed them, but we didn't know that they were so far behind as well. Unfortunately, he doesn't manage to wall off his base here, and does lose a few workers as he can't hide them all in towers in time. Just a few workers, but it's again another loss. You can see he's got much more of an economy now, but he's lost about 10 workers to that attack. While I've got a very good economy and I'm Middle Ages, because of this single wall. But I'm sure if they had tower pushed me, they would have been able to break through here relatively easily. You can see blue has gone West Asia, and yellow is going, I believe, yeah, Europe, West Europe. And here you can see another attack from the enemies. The archers are pushing in. They don't do too much, luckily for us. But as you can see here, I'm landing with some workers and archers straight onto Blue's island over here, and I'm building some towers. Unfortunately, I didn't want to land here because it's too encircled. I do lose, I think, no workers. Oh, I lose 1 worker, but the archers are able to protect them from the Azaps with the help of the galleys. And I just start building lots of towers, trying to just cause pain. But they're also tower pushing Platypus, And they do have enough armies. But I just run around with my archers, distracting their entire defense here from the Azaps. And this guy has a very good economy, and he has units to make, but he's not using them to kill my workers, which are the most useful thing I landed. So you can see the towers have been built, and he's going for elephant houses now to kill Platypus. And I start walling him in on his own island. So basically, this wall will stop him being able to send workers out until he builds some sort of siege here to get rid of it. But as soon as he attacks, I just hide my workers, so it's not an issue. And my archers still manage to distract all of these Azaps. So you can see I'm just building this wall with my Gallia destroy his dock. He probably builds another one, I'm not sure. But I managed to finish off this wall, locking him in. Brilliant for me, because now he can't send more workers out other than these few. And he does get some elephant houses, in which he is making elephants, but his wood eco is not doing too well. You can see I just keep building towers, just making sure he can't make use of this part of the wood line as these towers cover it. I should have pushed out a bit more, maybe started over here, but I didn't want to risk too much. Unfortunately, I don't have any iron left because I've just got this one copper, so I had to push out to this very vulnerable iron deposit. As you can see, the longbows are here, so they should be able to see me, yeah. But for some reason they don't actually attack. They shoot once at my tower and that's it. Platypus does some scouting with his army. He's also gone West Europe. And I've got now some siege ships going around to whittle away any buildings he has here. But Yellow, or Orange, who has gone Western Europe, is now starting to make onagers, which are very good against ships, unfortunately. But I start growing some houses here, which doesn't hurt him too much, but it does give him a little bit less population. And unfortunately I do lose a siege ship. You can see my siege ships kind of idle here. They should be shooting these buildings, but they don't. And I start building bombardiers to destroy everything further in without being exposed to the Azaps. And this wall serves its purpose quite well by wasting the time of the elephants, as he had to pull back his elephants. But you can see he takes a few shots at my archers and crossbows before I notice, unfortunately. So I go in and manage to... I waste my crossbows here. I shouldn't have sent my crossbows in, I should have kept them. But the trebuchets from Platypus start coming in to get rid of these buildings. And I destroy the onager, which is my strategy. You just spam loads of archers and run in and get rid of the onagers. So yeah, you can see he's still struggling with my wall, but he's dealt with the towers. But he's still a little bit slowed down. He's only just starting his late medieval upgrade. And a large attack is about to commence on Platypus. You can see the trebuchets, he's got a couple trebuchets now. And he pushes out to get rid of these onagers. And notices the elephants. And because of my mistake before, I wasted maybe 4 or 5 of my crossbows. I think 10 crossbows would have been able to deal with this swarm of elephants really well. But because they're being combined with longbows, it's quite difficult. And also Platypus has locked himself in his base, so my crossbows can't actually get in, so a little bit of slowdown there. So Platypus does lose quite a lot here, unfortunately. He loses quite a lot of workers again. He's got only 50 workers now. But we do kill off all of these elephants just in time to stop him losing his forge and so on. And he does have one trebuchet on 1 health at the end there. You can see the longbows decimate crossbows easily, meaning that if he attacks with elephants and longbows, then he would win. At the same time as this is going on, I am starting to bombard his coastline with bombardiers. and I think something that could have saved Platypus here is upgrading all his towers to West Europe towers, as they have crossbows, so they'd be much better for taking out elephant rammers. As right now the elephant rammers are starting to push, and there's nothing that Platypus can do. I'm making grenadiers and crossbows, which have slowly been getting rid of his buildings here. You can see the grenadiers, because grenadiers are amazing against buildings. They've been doing really well there, but against elephants and longbows, grenadiers are not brilliant. And Platypus's base starts getting hit with the elephants. You can see I tried to snipe the onagers, trying to take out one threat at a time, with my bombardiers doing some good damage on this player, who's now losing some of his houses. He only has, he has about 65 workers, and Platypus almost dies here actually. The longbows are killing all his workers, and my crossbows are only just able to kill one, I think, elephant. Because of the longbows, I can't really do much, unfortunately. I do send some militiamen in, as that was all I could spare at that moment. I'm putting a lot of resources into bombardiers as well, and my grenadiers, which ate up all my metal, but I got rid of the forward base mostly, and now I head towards Napoleon, who, for some reason, the longbows had left. The longbows were pulled back into his base to protect against the militiamen. I'm not quite sure why that happened, because he had no towers in his base. But yeah, the longbows were pulled out, and the grenadiers finished off the elephants, leaving Platypus alive, but not very well. He's got only 30 workers left, so I'm trying to provide him with resources as much as I can, while at the same time building myself a navy. You can see that Blue is moving his economy out here. He still has a lot over here, but it's all central, so my bombardiers have to get quite close to hit him. I should have been hitting this wood line, really. But he's got crossbows and his own little navy, so a bit of a setback there. And a joint push from me and Napoleon manages to push the longbowmen out, and we start pushing towards the onagers. As you can see here, the grenadiers are very good against the onagers. 2 volleys and they're all dead. Unfortunately, the longbows do survive, and my grenadiers just run around trying to buy some time. At the same time, I'm landing workers on this island in the corner to get more resources, because I've run out of wood, and I've reached Russia. You can see Napoleon now has towers up. We learned from the mistake we made there. But I managed to get some good damage done with these grenadiers, destroy his farms, some houses, and so on. And you can see that I've got a navy now, galleons and bombardier ships, which are going to slowly whittle away at his town hall and the rest of his base. And now that they've reached late medieval, I don't think they do start going to industrial, I think Turkey. Yes, he does start going Turkey, and he starts building melting houses here to make cannons, which are very powerful, and they only cost 280 iron, which unfortunately he does not have. You can see the cannons start getting made with support from onagers and longbows, but Napoleon does his best at dodging the onager shots and killing off the cannons before they can be used. So he manages to kill off 2 cannons, effectively halting his attack for another minute, or effective attack. He has a few trebuchets to stop the tower pushes, and you can see here that my ships are now starting to fire upon his town hall. Well, getting into the tower first. You can see the 2 bombardiers and 2 galleons will start destroying his town hall, while Napoleon is holding on yet again from all these enemies. He's only got 42 workers, constant attacks on his base. But Blue is not doing too well, with his Town Hall almost dead, and I don't think he even realises at this point. And with Blue's death, we start a chain reaction, and Orange does quit. And that does mark the end of the match there. So thank you for watching, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.